بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sunday class lesson number 2. Basic religious teachings. Allah is one, pure and without flaws. Dear children, come, let us do something important while sitting here. What can we do while sitting? Remember, you can accomplish something great while sitting in one place. That is, you can sit in one spot, travel to world and come back to same place. You just need to sit in one spot. But your heart and your mind can explore everything in the world. This way, you'll have a fun trip and picnic while sitting still. In the world we live in, there are two major and important things that we notice the most. If you lower your head, you will see the earth spread out like a carpet. From this earth, we get grains, crops, vegetables, fruit, etc. And if you raise your head upward, you will see the high sky created for all of us with its shining stars, planets, and bright moonlight. This blue sky is so beautiful. And beneath this sky are clouds that bring us the water we need, delivered to us through rain. If you look around, you will see the towering mountains firmly placed like stakes in the earth and moving further. You will see the vast oceans so deep that we can't measure them. Now, sitting here, imagine the big and small trees you see while walking around with their strong trunks, branches, green leaves, different kinds of fruits, and different colorful flowers. Then you might see fire and flames. Looking further, you will find water everywhere. And besides fire, water, and land, the air surround us on all sides. These and all the other creations of the world, the birds flying in the sky, the wild animals in the forest, the animals like oceans, buffaloes, goats, horses, donkeys, dogs, cats. Do you know, children, who created all of these? Allah did. Our beloved Allah created everything. Children, remember this your whole life and never forget today's lesson that while some people see the earth and get lost in it, we as Muslim children remember our creator and owner of the world, Allah. When we look at the earth, the greatness of Muslim children is that when they see the earth, they remember the lot of the earth and they say, children, whenever you look at the sky, you should remember your beloved Allah. Do you know how long it took our powerful and mighty Allah to create the earth and the skies? If you don't know, let me tell you today, inshallah. This is mentioned in the last book, revealed from the skies to earth, the Quran. In Surah Araf, verse number 54, it is said that indeed your Lord is Allah, who created all the skies and the earth in 6 days. Just in 6 days. Children, from today, let there be a change in your life that whenever, wherever, and whatever you see, say from the depth of your heart and loudly. And this has been created by my Lord, and all of this belongs to my Lord. Alongside these, deeply understand that the Allah who created this earth, sky, moon, sun, stars, planets, seas, mountains, minerals, plants, animals, and the entire universe is alone. He is the one and has no partner. Among all the pure things you see in the world, our Allah is purest, absolutely pure, and so pure that no one can be as pure as him. When we say Subhanallah repeatedly, it means that our Allah is pure and without any defects. We depends on each other like a children, like a child depends on his father or mother to stand up, and an old father depend on his children to stand. But our Allah is so glorious that he doesn't depend on anyone. We all depend on Allah, but Allah needs no one. Children, we believe that after listening to all of these, you might recall the surah from the Quran which says that Allah is one, He is self-sufficient. He neither has a father nor has a son, and there is no one equal to Him. We are sure that you will say, yes, that is Surah Ikhlas. Recite it, understand its meaning, and recite it with deep faith. Say, He is Allah, the one. Allah is absolute. He neither begot anyone nor was He begotten, and there is none like Him. Two verses, Al-Baqarah, verse number 185. Whoever among you find this month must observe the fast. Before Ramadan arrives, develop a desire in your heart to fast. Remember, during Ramadan, you should get into the habit of fasting. Al-Baqarah, verse number 172. Eat from the pure things which we have provided for you. Decide now that you will only consume what is pure, meaning permissible things, and refrain from impure, meaning forbidden things. Now I'll explain two hadiths. The first one, Sahih Bukhari, Book of Ablution, hadith number 136. On the day of judgment, the people of my ummah will be summoned by with glowing faces, hands and feet due to effects of their ablution. Today, the parts of your body that you wash during ablution will be white and radiant on the day of judgment. Therefore, make a habit of staying in a state of ablution. The second hadith, Sahih Bukhari, Book of Ablution. When the Messenger of Allah, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, would enter the bathroom to relieve himself, he would say this supplication: O Allah, I seek refuge in you from impure devils, male and females. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-khubuthi wal khaba'ith. Now I'll explain the series of account of Prophet Hazrat Idris alayhi salatu wasalam. Hazrat Idris is from the 5th generation of Hazrat Adam alayhi salatu wasalam. Through Hazrat Shiz, after Hazrat Adam alayhi salatu wasalam and Hazrat Shiz, Hazrat Idris was the 3rd prophet. Although the name of Hazrat Shiz is not mentioned in the Quran, the mention of Hazrat Idris appears in 2 surahs. First one in the Surah Maryam and in the Surah Anbiya. His name is mentioned twice. Two things are highlighted about him. One, that he was a truthful prophet, and the other, Allah elevated his status. Hazrat Idris alayhi salatu wasalam was the first person to use the pen for writing on earth. The Messenger of Mercy, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, met Hazrat Idris alayhi salatu wasalam on the 4th sky during the night of Mehrab. Hazrat Idris alayhi salatu wasalam lived for 82 years. Now I'll explain good morals, truthworthiness. If someone trusts you with something, we must not betray the trust. Islamic teaching requires that we keep trust. The Prophet Muhammad said, whoever is not trustworthy does not have complete faith. Our Prophet Muhammad said about the honest and trustworthy traders that they will be with the prophets, the truthful and the martyrs on the day of judgment. The Prophet Muhammad said, return the trust to the one who entrusted you, and do not betray the one who has betrayed you. If someone shares a secret with us and asks us not to disclose it to anyone, that is also a trust. Disclosing that secret is a betrayal. If someone seeks advice from us, we should give them the correct advice sincerely. Giving false advice for personal gain is also considered betrayal. life etiquettes. Now I'll explain the etiquettes for relieving oneself. See, relieve yourself in a private place. Choose a suitable spot for relieving oneself. If you need to urinate on hard ground, dig a soft spot. Do not relieve yourself in prohibited places such as on roads, in shaded areas, near a mosque wall, inside insect hole. No, don't do it. Do not urinate in bathrooms. Do not urinate in ablution areas. Do not take religion writings to toilet. Cover the head. Wear shoes or sandals. Enter with your left foot first. Do not urinate while standing. Avoid talking to anyone. The right hand should not be used to clean yourself. Now I explain the Shariat issues, places where urinating is prohibited. It is prohibited to urinate in the following places: near the mosque and Idris, in graveyards, near water sources such as rivers, wells, and ponds, even if the impurity does not enter the water. In cultivated fields, under fruit bearing trees, in shaded areas where people frequently sit, on roads, near crowds, under drain pipes, in places of ablution or bathing, in places where one has to face or turn their back to the Qibla, whether at home or wilderness. Also, it is not correct to urinate inside the holes in the ground, against the vine, on hard ground, on piles of filth, in low areas while facing higher ground. Now I'll explain Azkaar of prayer, Surah Fatiha translation. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of all the world, the most merciful, the most compassionate, Master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Guide us on the straight path, the path of those you have favored, not the path of those who have earned your wrath, nor of those who have gone astray. Ameen. A few questions for dear children. I'll ask question, you'll give the answers. Okay? Are you ready for it? Let's start it. The first one, is the earth above or below? Second one, is the sky below or above? Third one, in how many days did Allah create the skies and the earth? Fourth one, do you remember the word that mentions Allah created the skies and the earth in 6 days? Fifth one, which surah mentions that Allah created the skies and the earth in 6 days? Now, sixth one, how were the mountains sits on the earth? Seventh one, tell us who created all the things in this world. Eighth one, when we look at all of these things made by Allah, whom should we remember? Ninth one, whenever and wherever we see anything, what should we say? Tenth one, in which surah of the Quran is it stated that Allah is one, self-sufficient, neither a father nor a son, and that he has no partners? Please give the answer. 11th one, who was the third prophet after Hazrat Idris alayhi salatu wasalam? 12th one, in which two surahs of the Quran is it the mention of Hazrat Idris alayhi salatu wasalam? 13th one, how many things are mentioned about the prophet Idris and what are they? 14th one, during the Mehrab, which prophet did Prophet Mohammed sallallahu alaihi wasallam meet on the fourth sky? 15th one, how old was Hazrat Idris alayhi salatu wasalam? Please give the answers. Barakallahu feek. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.